Listen, I don't get in front of the camera much anymore, but I was looking forward to this Nintendo Switch 2 console reveal, showcase, whatever you want to call it, and it was very, well, defeating. It really started with a high note too. Mario Kart 9, which we now know as Mario Kart World, was teased along with the teaser announcement for the system carts in years, a new one since 8. Now we have this grand leap in Mario Kart with some open world, more tracks, 24 people on the track, weather effects. Sounds awesome. You had me. And then it just started going downhill. Yes, the specs were 1080p, but 120 hertz screen. Pretty good. It's not the 4K that you saw as a rumored article every single day for 5 years. Oh, when's the Switch Pro coming? 4K screen. Now, Doc, I'm guessing, is doing 4K. And rumor is Metroid, which I'm not sure exists because they didn't say it was coming at launch, but 4K 60 for Metroid Prime 4, whenever that decides it wants to come out, you're basically getting Mario Kart 9, which is Mario Kart World, and yes, that's a banger. Great. Boy, did Nintendo hide a bunch of stuff during this. So the entire showcase, they're showing third-party titles. Final Fantasy VII, Cyberpunk, Madden, NBA, WWE. These are all things that were missing on the prior Switch. Fantastic. Guess what? I have those games on my PlayStation. Why am I gonna spend money on a system to play a lesser version of that game? There's no point. Again, no point. Just like Xbox and PC. No point in having an Xbox and the game comes on PC. We live in a time now where people are just shills for whatever brand it is. The more that this presentation went on, one, we didn't get a price during the presentation. They just reverted you to the website at some point. Got the release date, first week of June, June 5th, something like that. Pre-orders were eventually revealed to start April 9th. Now, it seems like Nintendo's combating scalpers process directly on their website. I'm still for going to a store and buying a new console or a video card. Any of that. Because online stuff, COVID's over. Stop doing it. Release this stuff to stores. Even if a store has a limited amount or a limited allocation, then at least we know that limited allocation is going to get into somebody's hands. Scalpers, no, it just goes back on the internet. Even those people can resell it, I guess, but we're still getting a better percentage of people actually getting their hands on the console. You limit it to one per. This is a completely different video for a different time. We're focusing on the Nintendo situation here because this gets pretty bad. Cat popped up there. So a ton of third party. Now, From Software has what looked like to be non-official, official Bloodborne 2 game coming over that's exclusive Nintendo. But again, like after the fact, it comes out that it's PvPvE, an online game? I don't think that's going to hit the same for everybody wanting their Souls-like stuff. Why Nintendo and these devs kind of came out after the fact that this is interesting, because I guess they wanted all the hype go onto Twitter, or X at the point. Oh, and back to Metroid Prime for a second. Still no release date, and it's gonna run at 4K 60, and then what, like 720 and 30 on the Switch? Now, I talked to some people that are Switch advocates, and they're like, well, it's going to sell it the way, it doesn't matter. And it probably will, but that's just, they're enabling what we have going on. Switch also has multi-language systems, and for some reason in Japan, it's a lot cheaper. We'll get the pricing in a minute. I'm pretty sure you know what the pricing is, but there's a Japan-only version, which is like equivalent to $350 an American, and then there's the multi-language version, which is like $470. So there is one that comes with Mario Kart World. It's $500. Let's not forget, screen on this, it's 1080p, and it's an LCD screen. Yes, it has HDR. That's actually going to take a hit compared to that Switch OLED version because the darks aren't going to be there, the colors aren't going to pop. It's going to look more like the first Switch. Just gives them the opportunity to release a Switch 2 OLED in 2 years. Like, it's completely on purpose. Like, Nintendo is laughing in your face, and people are still going to buy this thing. And this is why the industry, because there's just tribes, and it's across everything. But these Nintendo fans are just gonna buy this stuff because it's the new Nintendo. A lot of them might not afford it though, because it's $500. Now, there's a camera for social aspects, $50. There's a Pro Controller, which is $80, which is the price of Mario Kart World. Now, the Donkey Kong game, I guess, is still $70, but when do we get to this point? So now with Mario Kart World on its own, so if you buy the system, the regular system without the game, and you still need a game to play, and you want Mario Kart, it's gonna be $80 and cost more. So maybe that's why they're pushing the full game download. You don't get the box. It's digital for $500, and then it's $80 for a game. You can bet your ass that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be $100, if not $120 when it launches. And we're talking about right now at this point pricing out normal people from video games, that we're going to have 25% of the market of gamers will actually own hardware to play stuff. And everybody else, I guess, is just going to watch on YouTube. That's where the vintage market's probably going to come in, is people are just going to want to play games, so they're going to stick with their old stuff, especially since a lot of games now are coming out unpolished. Reviews are everywhere. We're just not getting sincere things. There's really no progression in this market anymore, and prices are going up. And we have a system now with hardware that's, again, 10 to 15 years old, and they want $500 for that. You can get a PS5 for $500. Why would you buy this? You can get a Steam Deck for maybe even less than this, and it does so much more. You just won't have Mario Kart. I know right now you can get Yuzu or some sort of emulator to play Switch games on PC, and people have done that with... It's going to be difficult. This is a hard thing to chew, and people are going to blame tariffs for this. The price increases everywhere. It's not just here. It just opens the door for the future. You know that PlayStation 6 is going to be $899, $999. If the Pro is already $800 and it comes with nothing, you still need a disc drive, yeah. You can bet your ass that we're paying over $1,000. And you can get video cards for that. You could still build a PC that just does more for $1,000. That's going to play those games at a higher frame rate than what the PlayStation will give you. That again is another separate video, but the whole point is we're getting a hybrid portable system on the name itself that is offering more third-party titles to a system that traditionally has been left out. So now, if you've been in the Nintendo ecosystem, and that's the only ecosystem you've been in, you will get access to games that other consoles have been playing, and it's probably going to be at 30 frames per second. I know the screen is dictated as being capable of 1080p and 120 frames, but I will never forget sitting in that last Microsoft conference in 2019 when they announced the Series X, and they just kept preaching in their PR speak, the console that can do 4K and 120 frames per second. How many games have we actually seen do that? The system is capable of it. This Switch is capable of 1080p and 120 frames per second. And you'll probably get that on indie titles. I'm sure Mario Kart will do it. It depends on what super sampling they're using. I don't know. They haven't said anything about the hardware that's underneath it at all. And that's just where we kind of stand. What we stand at is a $500 hybrid portable console that doesn't compete with the Steam Deck and mini PCs, has Nintendo exclusives, but 1 or 2 at launch, and $80 games going forward. That's the future of gaming. Doesn't sound too good, bro. Good luck.